Hello everyone, and welcome back to Talk Bible to me. What's happening today? Today, we're going to talk about faith. So, if you're not subscribed, feel free to do so. You can think about it, but it'd be really nice if you could. I hope you enjoy this video, and on that note, let's talk about faith. In the back of my ESV study Bible, faith is defined as trust in or reliance upon something or someone despite a lack of concrete proof. Salvation, which is purely a work of God's grace, can be received only through faith. And then it lists a couple of verses that kind of go over that. The first verse is Romans 5:2, and Romans is written by Paul. So Romans 5:2 says, "Through him we have also obtained access by faith into his grace, in which we stand, and we rejoice in hope of the glory of God." It says we have access by faith, if you have faith, you have access to the hope of the glory of God. The hope of the glory of God is kind of the promise that we will be glorified and perfected at the last day, the judgment day. And through faith, we can have this. The next verse is Ephesians 2:8-9, and Paul also wrote this, I'm pretty sure. Ephesians 2:8-9 says, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast." Again, through faith we get God's grace, and faith is trust or reliance upon Christ Jesus. It's not about how many good things you do in your life or what point in your life you start following Jesus. It's that you do it. It's that you, at the end, you have faith. So everywhere in the Bible tells us that we have to have faith. It doesn't tell us that we're going to get solid proof. Literally, his word is telling you to have faith. I think that there are a few signs of evidence or just things that kind of go with the stories in the Bible, pieces of Noah's Ark, I think, something like that, or the way that the things are prophesied in the Bible. I think that those things can kind of be used, not necessarily as evidence, but as a way to help put ease to people. But there isn't enough evidence or facts to not be able to have faith. Christianity is never going to be a factual thing. You have to have faith. I mean, you could watch someone, or I could sit here with a stack of evidence or theology books or whatever, I don't even know. I could sit here with all of that and just spit facts and information at you until all of this becomes normal or rational, but it's not. The things in here aren't normal and they're not rational. It's because of God's crazy, amazing grace that we have to have faith and that it's not proven facts. If it all made perfect sense, then the Bible wouldn't have to tell you to have faith. It wouldn't need to put into words that you just have to trust in God. So I've been reading this book, Eat, Pray, Love. It's a great one. And there's this part in it about faith. It says, "If we truly knew all the answers in advance as to the meaning of life and the nature of God and the destiny of our souls, our belief would not be a leap of faith, and it would not be a courageous act of humanity. It would just be a prudent insurance policy." The Bible isn't going to tell us everything that's going to happen to us. Jesus isn't going to tell us everything that's going to happen to us. We have to have faith in his plans, in his word, and his works. What would Christianity be if we just knew everything that was going to happen? It wouldn't be believing, or it wouldn't be faith. It would just be knowing. You can try and prove everything if you want, but that's not what it's about. God will always ask you to have faith. So all of Christianity is built off of faith. It was so hard picking verses for this devotion because literally the entire Bible is just talking about having faith in everything that it's writing. It always is telling you to have faith. So if you ever need inspired or want to do a lesson on faith necessarily, literally just search the word faith on the Bible app or search verses on faith on Google. Literally so many good things will pop up. But you have to practice faith and grow it because you're handing over everything to Jesus. So that's why it's important to build that relationship and be able to put all of your trust in him and all of your faith in him. One final verse. Matthew 17:20 says, "If you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." So it's so hard to have even a little bit of faith that it says if you can have so much as a grain of mustard seed of faith, you can move mountains. You can do anything with God, and nothing will be impossible for you. And so if all of us could just have faith all the time, just imagine what we could do. And I know it's not that easy. We have to work every day to keep our faith, to build our faith through the hard and through the good. Check in on where your faith is at today. That's pretty much all. Have faith. Whenever I sit down, I lose all of the words in my brain. I hope you got something out of this. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. But maybe stay tuned and you might later. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.